What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Callie, and this is Say Love Podcast. Where's Lovely? We're having some technical difficulties, but we're gonna make it work. What's going on? There she go. There she go. It look like you're muted. Are you muted? Hey.
No, I'm not, but I'm still having issues, y'all. I might be in and out and breaking up. My Wi-Fi decided to act up on our first day back. So please forgive me. I apologize.
That just means it's more Cali time.
So what's the topic then, Callie? Look, since you want to run
Oh
things,
shoot.
what are we
So,
talking
like I
about
was
on this
saying,
episode?
so this episode, like we already know, but they don't know. It's basically white faces inside of black spaces, and also black spaces of white faces and spaces, vice versa. So basically, what we're all trying to get down to is, difference in them coming to us and how we receive them versus, us coming to them and how we're received and perceived. So, Lovely, I know you got something cooking. You always got something cooking there. Are you in and out? It look like you're moving good now. I jinxed it. Did I? Yeah, I
So
jinxed it.
hopefully,
Oh wait, no.
you got me. But I came up with this topic. I'm gonna be going in and out again. But I came up with this topic because we often talk about Black people in white spaces, right? Especially in the corporate world. But we never talk about how it is to be in a predominantly Black environment where we run things and we hire and we work with white people. Like, do we get the same treatment that we get? Like, we talk about when we were Black, how we had the code switch to fit in with white people, things like that. But we never actually acknowledge it was the same thing to fit in these Black spaces. So I think initially when I talk about this topic, people think about, oh, like being, I guess, white living in the hood, things like that. No, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about corporate spaces, corporate environments. Do we have a certain level of hypocrisy that we display when it comes to white people in Black spaces? I'm gonna let you take the lead because I feel like you've been a Black person in white spaces, and maybe if you've been, vice versa.
Well, I'm gonna say personally for me, you already know we got a code switch. But for me, it's not. I'm not gonna say it's too much of a code switch for me. It's just a little less of me. Like I can't be a full me in those type of spaces. Like right now, I actually work for a black company, a very nice, renowned black company, and just the whole dynamic of the office and just the regular office banter is way different compared to when I was kind of working in a more whiter office space. Um, I don't have to too much down myself. Now still me. I just have to be more professional me. If that makes sense. Versus where when you're coming from the other side. Yeah, it's not like I said, it's not too much code switches for me. I just now when I do have the code switch, you got to make sure your ERs are right, no slang, kind of through the nose a little bit.
I know
Look
you're
at your
right.
code switch voice. Come on, we got him. We got him. Don't do it. You know you got it.
So I'm going to
You
say
got your
this.
code
For the
switch
most part, growing
voice.
up, I was always teased
Oh, we
for
got
being too white. So yeah, I think I became blacker the older I got. How about that? Ain't that some shit? But the whole idea of
how do you become
I've
blacker?
never been in a white space until now. Ask other Black people. How was I white? Because I was educated.
Well, I get what you're saying, because I kind of had coming from the West Coast to the South. I kind of had that little issue too. So I get what you're saying, but it's still like funny to hear, because you can't be you Black. You can't be blacker. Like when I hear blacker, I just like do I gotta go back to the motherland? Like, what you mean blacker?
Look, when I think of blacker, like, do I need to go stay in the sun? Do I need to tan? I think of skin tone. Okay, getting dark skin. That's it.
They just want you to be ratchet, and I hate that. I hate that stereotype.
Right environment is something new. I agree.
Right.
I'm sorry, y'all, because I hear myself cutting in, and I apologize.
We're gonna work it. We're gonna get it through.
Like, I apologize.
So you might have
this
to
is not
pick
how
up
I go.
The whole computer and just sit next to the monitor, just get it to put it. I mean, next to the modem, and just get right next to it.
I'm next to the modem. Don't do me like that. Don't do me like that. Let me tell you,
because pick it up. You gotta pick it up and hold like this.
I even want to. No, because look, there's some books I want to throw out. I don't know if anybody from our book club is in here while we're talking about Black people in white spaces. This book addresses that, right? This book addresses Black people in white spaces. It's a little twist to it, but it's worth the read. I've never really been a Black person in a white space until now. This is my first job I've been in where it's predominantly white. I definitely do not get treated bad. I don't feel like I have to act differently. Do I trust anybody? No, but I didn't trust the Black folks I worked with either. It's not like it's a race thing, but it is different. And I can't really describe why it's different, but it is definitely different than being around a whole bunch of Black. I came up with this topic because there's someone I work with who's also Black. It's like two of us. Well, it's three of us, but the other person, he's like from Norway. So I don't know if he really count as the Black experience, if that makes any sense. But there's the Black guy that I work with who talks about how in the department he came to, I said what I said. So there's the Black guy that I work with, and he talked about this department before me, and it was like one white person. It was like one white person, they treated him differently, like they treated him kind of bad. And then I have a friend in a different department, predominantly Black, and there's like this one white person. He's white and he's LGBT, and they treated him really bad. So I'm like, we get in these spaces and we complain about how treated in white spaces. However, do we do the same people of other races? Like, how is it fair for us to complain about our treatment in white spaces if we're going to come along and say and do the same things to people of different races? That's all I'm saying. That's my topic. That's my view. And I just feel like we're being hypocrites if we do that.
I can see that. Now, for me, our issues is actually kind of vice versa, because this is the first time that I'm actually working for like a majority Black company. Like, I've worked at companies where they had a lot of Black employees, but once you go into management, you see those founding father pictures in the manager boardroom, and it's just like, a bunch of old white guys. Like, you'd be like, okay, I see it. But this is like, started by Black people. It's run by a lot of Black people. A lot of employees are Black, and we do have white there too, and they cool as hell. And it's just like I kind of always did want to ask them this kind of question, like, I know you probably hear this all day, every day. Anytime we do any um employee meetings or like parties, like they just had a Thanksgiving one and they talked about the history of the company and all that. And it was, a lot of black stuff. And I just kind of always wanted to ask them, how do they feel about that? Do they feel like they're getting treated different? And and this is just only my personal opinion, because majority of the white people who do work there, they've been there 10 plus years. Like a lot of them are going into like 20th year almost. Like they're a lot of older people. So I'm only guessing the company was probably good to them if you're gonna stick around that long. But then some people stuck around worse for other stuff. I don't know. But it's just always a question I did wonder. Because just me being there, like I said, that's my first fully black company. It has its ups and downs. You know, you know how it is when you gotta work with your brothers and sisters and actually do work. It's a little, but you got to love your people.
So when I was having this conversation with my sister earlier, she made some points, right? And my friend, I was having this conversation with her as well. First of all, I feel like us. So I don't know if anybody else is exempt from the whole mess over thing. So I don't know if we mess over each other because that's just who we are, or is it, do we actually target some other races because we target people out of race? Like we feel like we are targeted because we're black, right? Mm-hmm. And then my sister had a valid point. She was like, I wonder if some people just know it's bothers you. And it's the difference. Because if I know I could pick with you on certain things, so I know that race is the insecurity for you, because some people are just that low down. Mm-hmm. Are they really being racist, or they just know that it's going to get under your skin if I do X and Z? Or is it one and the same?
That's a psychiatrist question right now. We need a professional on that one, because I feel like that goes just into that person themselves, and because I know some people that I feel like to be like that. That's
Because I feel like we talk about race all the time. Being black people, we bring up race in everything. Like I feel like race is always a topic. I feel like race is sometimes used as a crutch. I feel like it's never anything. It's always a lot of talk, but nothing ever being said. And I feel like I picked you as my person to come on the show because you're one of the most pro-black people I know. So I'm gonna be kind of honest. I'm kind of shocked you're as quiet as you are right now when it comes to this topic, because you are screaming from the rooftops, I'm proud to be black, when it comes to everything. I thought this would be a perfect sign to pull in, someone.
Me being
who, and I met you in a predicament like that place was extremely white. So what was your viewpoint in the job that you were in, being a black male? First of all, that job was very female, and you're a black male. So what was your experience in the black male in the white area?
Well, you already know, work mask. Got to put the work face on real quick. And I just did my job. I just tried to be non-intimidating as possible. That's literally, especially being as a black man in America, you gotta be as less as intimidating as possible. Like, just from how you talk to people, to how you look at them, shoot, how you dress, how you stand, everything takes into account to all of that. So once you kind of get them into their little groove and they're like, oh, that's Cali. He's just nice. He's just this or whatever. He's not a bother. Then that's when you can kind of not so much relax, but just know your lane. Just know your lane once you create it and go through. And that's really how, I mean, you know where I worked. You know what I did. That's just how I maneuvered, in that type of profession and dealing in the office space. Um, Now where I'm at so much, it ain't like that. I think I'm a little more louder and a little more myself, but it's not even it's more just to keep it professional because you're trying to make your money and you're trying to grow. So I just try to stay out the way. And it never came to any issues or where I felt like, all right, you messing with me because I'm black. Only except, and it's sad to say, was with our people sometimes. And I love my peoples, but like I said, it's just like that. Like a lot of times they'll come in, I worked at a bank and they'll come in and they'll see me behind the window, beard, I got a lot of hair under here, and they're just like, whoa, they let you work in here? It's like, damn, they let you bank here? But hey,
Yeah, the customers at that bank, the one that we go to on Canal, we a little rough looking, I feel like.
Man, the roughest of the rough. And they don't mind telling you what's on their mind.
Like we are not we a little rough looking, we a little hood looking, I feel like, compared to the ones in Metairie.
Oh man. Metairie was.
But do you feel like
did you freeze?
But I do want to know, do you feel like race is a factor? Because I feel like I said, I feel like we always talk, right? So do race play a role as of a role as Black people make it? Like, does race matter? Do we have to mention Black in everything?
Yes and no. And I'm only saying yes and no because of the different situation. Like, I hate to say it like this, but you're gonna have the ignorant people. Like, there's good and bad everywhere. That's just the way of life. So sometimes I do feel like us as a people use it sometimes where it's really like nah. And I feel like as we gotten older as a people and just this new generation, like you see, they quick to call that out. Like, we're not just agreeing with everything that's like, oh, they did that because I'm Black, and it's like, nah, bro, you really just did some dirty, shiesty shit. Like, it's not because you're Black, it's because you didn't do a good job, bro. Like, just chill out. Like, we're quick to do that now. Now I feel like maybe in the past, I don't know, either they were either scared to do it because they didn't want to accept, disappoint either side, so people try to play the fence. But I just feel like now, like, we not really accepting none of that. Like, they're calling everybody out on everything. So if you're gonna say it, you gotta have some type of receipts, some type of proof, or But at the same time, on my yes side, yeah, there is some times where it's like I know there's certain jobs that I didn't get just because of how I look. Like, as soon as I walk in there, they're like, then my name, I kind of have a Caucasian-y name. So when they see that name on the application and then you get this, they're like, you sure that's you? I'm like, yeah, that's me. How you doing? Yeah, I'm the one you talk to on the phone. They're like, oh, okay. Like, I had an interview one time and the lady was just like, she was like, yeah, let me just hurry up and give you the application so you can go. And I'm just like, dang, like, you were so excited to talk to me on the phone and get me to come in here. And then you see me, you're like, so, yeah.
But you don't think that we ever benefit from that? Like, you don't think that there are some stereotypes that we benefit from, or some stuff that we benefit from?
You can make a good out of any bad.
You making faces.
You can make a good out of any bad, no matter what. It's just after you hear it for so long, you're gonna turn it into something good. But at the same time, the stereotypes they all kind of lame. They never really make any sense. Like, what's that stupid stereotype about watermelon? I hate watermelon. I hate the flavoring in the drinks.
I don't like watermelon either.
That's what I'm saying. So, like, But they'll flip it around and just be like, oh well, that just means black people grow the best watermelon. And I've heard that a lot. Like that's where the like I was told that's where the stereotype come from because we're supposed to be able to be
that's
like
what
we
it
grow it.
was.
And I believe because my
No.
grandpa used to, yeah. So, like I said, you can turn
All right, so
attitude.
little known history fact. I don't know if anybody knows. We were known for liking watermelon because we were some of the best watermelon farmers. Like after slavery, we grew watermelon and we made so much money off of watermelon. So that's where the stereotype came from. Like they took something positive that we did and they made it negative. But I kid you not, that's where that stereotype comes from. I need y'all to at least know our history. Well, and I think we were chicken farmers too. So that comes from as well. So we got watermelon and chicken because those excelled at it. It's not because we actually love to eat it and we did all of this stuff. We found a way to make money off.
You can't do that.
They were hating on.
I gotta stop you at the chicken. Me as black person and in the black community, I feel like we'll have to 100% own up to that chicken. Cause don't nobody fried chicken taste better than our people fried chicken. I don't care. I don't want to hear it. Don't nobody fried chicken taste better than our fried chicken. You sound like Mr. Watermelon.
First of all, she like.
Hey, look! If you like watermelon, that's you. That's
apparently fine. She like a fried chicken. So I mean, she like a watermelon,
right?
I don't know anybody that don't like fried chicken though. I don't think so.
It's universal.
So have you heard about? Matter of fact, I know this has nothing to do with the topic, but Korean fried chicken. Have you heard about Korean fried chicken?
We already know the story about that. They learned that from the GIs when they was over.
Tell you, Korean fried chicken.
Oh no, you don't.
Exactly. That's exactly fried chicken too. It's only Korean fried chicken. So my thing is, look, we all love fried chicken.
Man, fried chicken is universal. It's a language. We all speak that.
We taught everybody how to fry chicken.
Wait,
but I think, like I said, but we're also chicken farmers, and I think chicken was one of like the cheapest things to raise. So I think so. Like a lot of stuff that we had adapt to land and things like that. And like I said, this had nothing to do with the topic that we decided about black and white. Well, hell, it has to do with race. And as black people, we had to learn to adapt to what we had. So when people come for us and they come up with these stereotypes, like we move fast, or we run fast, or we do this and we do that, we're more athletic and we're this and we that. It's not because X, Y, and Z, because genetics. Like, no, we were in situations where we had to do certain things. If you breathe us and all in the field all day, and all you do is lay in the house all day, of course I'm stronger than you. Like, that has nothing to do with my genetics. Because I'm out here working my legs. I'm just saying. Like, I'm just saying. I'm sorry to go off on my little rant. My that has nothing to do with the topic.
You though. I feel what you're saying. What's it called? That was just a part of evolution.
I'm just saying, it is what it is. Like some things, like the whole thing is some things are black and white, some things are not. I feel like reverse racism, right? Have you ever heard that term?
All right. Do we believe in reverse racism? And I don't understand it. Please elaborate. Please elaborate. What is reverse racism?
So basically, it's what we started off talking about. Reverse racism is I am a black person in power at this job and I treat you poorly because you are white. That's what they call reverse racism. To me, reverse racism is
that's just regular racism,
non-existent and is not real. No, that's not true because technically black people, well, racism by definition means that you have to have the power in order to treat somebody bad. So black people are by definition prejudiced versus racist. But I guess in a situation where I own the corporation and I mess over you for your race, I guess that would be considered racist.
That's still racism. And you can't be better if you don't do better. Like, that's lame. Like, you can't get the power and then not flex it, right?
Racism. No, but by definition, racism, I think most people look at racism on a global scale. So by default, white people have more power than black people. So therefore, white people are considered racist and black people are not, or other minorities are not considered racist because it's based on who has the most authority and power. So the adverse racism is I'm treating you poorly based on power and things like that. So I guess reverse racism would be now that I'm in control and I have more power and authority, I treat you for your race. Many black people argue that reverse racism does not exist. You agree with this?
I can't even say I agree or disagree with the reverse racism because it just sounds like regular racism. Like it don't sound no different. I don't see where the reverse is at. It's all the same. Like you literally just trying to shit on somebody for being another race. I don't. Wait, now tell me again.
You were not because I'm prepared for me today.
Huh? No, because this reverse racism got me. Hold on. So, me as a black person being mean to another race because I got the upper hand and the power is reverse racism. That shit just seems like regular racism. I don't really think. The math ain't mathing. It's not. That shit just sound like regular racism. That just make me sound like a racist. I'm like,
well, white people
so call it say, nah, man, that shit exists then, because that's that. I'm you know what? I'm gonna say it exists. If that's reverse racism, then to me that's regular racism, and that exists. Because like, I'm equal on all grounds. I do not feel like nobody's better than me, and I don't feel like I'm better than anyone else until you show me otherwise.
Oh, I'm definitely better than people, but just because I'm not.
That's why I said until you show me otherwise. But I'm talking about just like as a person or anything like that. Like I don't ever feel like I can just down somebody because I'm better than them. Like I just don't see that. So with that
I'm definitely better than some people. Like I said, I'm better than some of y'all. It's not based on y'all race.
You're better than some people at some things, but just all around, you can't just be better than somebody.
I said what I said.
See, that's how the rap.
And I don't take that back. Some people are just trash.
Well, you're right. Some people is just trash.
Some people are,
and then they get you trash. In a dice game,
and I'm better than those.
You just ain't.
I'm better than those trash people. So it is what it is. As a person, I am better than some people. I don't care. Toot.
But nah,
I'm not better than people based on race.
That's definitely real. Then I'm gonna say it's real.
But yeah, when it comes to race, I don't.
That's lame.
I'm an equal opportunity person. I don't dislike people because I just don't like people. It has nothing to do with race or tax bracket or things like that. It's based on your personality. If I don't like you, I just don't like you. But I will never do it based upon your race. Right? It is. I don't believe in the whole idea of reverse racism. And I don't believe in it because at the end of the day, when you speak about you going into a job interview and they see your name is a white name, but you walk in and they see that you're a black face, so you get treated differently. I can't tell you that reverse racism don't exist because you have a benefit from the beginning just because of your skin color. You always have that benefit. And it's not like you get a benefit just from your race. You get that benefit from every race possible. No matter how pro-black a lot of black people are, they fit to white people. Every race gives benefits to white people. Every race, you have a certain percentage of every race that still prefer white people. And white people own. Yes, I can't stand with you when it comes to there's no such thing as reverse racism. Because you always win. You always win. When do you not win? When do you not benefit you?
With their stereotypes.
Because me being black or me being the N-word.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna say you. What stereotype besides them being them not seeing?
You know what their main stereotype
we say that they're serial killers. Nobody kills.
No.
We don't care about
their main stereotype.
No matter what they do,
their main stereotype is that people mostly perceive them as what's the right way? People perceive them as licks. Like everybody is racist. people perceive them as gullible, as easy. That's why when you hear about people getting kidnapped and held up for ransom, it ain't us. We don't get put in them type of situations. Now, sometimes they get here and there, but if we're talking on a large scale, unfortunately, it's them. And that's because that's their stereotype. They look at me to think that they're rich or they just easy.
Doing it.
See, we the ones doing it. Not look, it ain't just us. It ain't just us. It's everybody else that you feel like that they benefit from.
It's not like we driving around throwing white people in our trunk. Bro, like we take it to we're not the ones doing it, okay? The pass when it comes to being a lick for trusting their own. That's all I'm saying. You do not get a pass for trusting your own.
Oh man, because it'd have been days where I'd have been a walk-in lick and I didn't get licked, but others did.
You're gonna run. And you know why? Genetically, you're faster and you're stronger, so you get to run. I'm just saying, I can't. I don't believe it. Like I cannot do it. I can't stand with you with this one. I can't. And the thing is, and I think the older I get, I'm not as pro-black as I was. I'm not really pro-human as I was. Because
oh God, don't tell me you one of them, oh, I'd rather a dog over a per people.
At that point, every race. A dog?
Yeah, are you one of them? I'd rather a dog over a human person.
I tell my children all the time, my dog is my favorite child.
That are the worst people in the world. It discusses me.
My dog favorite child. My dog is my favorite child.
That's gross. It can't even make sound decisions.
It is what it is.
It just relies on you with food because
exactly.
It doesn't have thumbs.
And apparently,
if a dog had thumbs, do you know how obsolete we would be? They wouldn't give all that love.
Human beings in general don't make sound decisions either.
No, people go off of feelings.
Is it really a sound decision to dislike me based on my race?
They go off of feelings. Like I just said, people move off of feelings. Is it really a sound decision to look? No, it's not a sound decision because humans move off of feelings.
I'm just saying, I have my hair, and if you look at me, and I am what? I'm less educated because I have rocks in my head.
Have you ever paid attention to whenever you're watching something on online or any of them crazy videos, and there's a person whining or crying about something the black person got on or they doing, it's always starts with the, well, I feel like, if they need to do that, or if he has that, or if they do this, then they need to go over here. It's always a I feel. Humans are the only ones who really go off of feelings. You get called crazy when you actually think realistically and actually, not with your feelings, but just thinking
You're
logically and
logical.
realistically, they call you crazy. It's like, well, no, you're human. You have to use your feelings to get through these thoughts. And it's like, well, why when I can just think rationally and logically and not put my feelings into it to get a better understanding and get it out the way? They're like, well, no, that's crazy. So no, we're like as people, no, we are not logical, and that's why we have this subject as race. Because really, it's supposed to be only one race, and it's the human race. We just got something that's darker than a little other. Because when you see a bunch of dogs, because you like
So I don't know
dogs,
if we
when you see a bunch of dogs at the dog park, they don't be like, "Oh, you're a poodle, you're a pig." No, they just be like, "That's a big dog, little dog, medium dog," and they all sniff the same butt. But y'all love y'all dogs so much.
You know what? I don't know because my dog don't like other dogs either. My dog mean. So he just like me. So but I will say, I think we talked about this before on different episodes about how when it comes to race, like there's no real race, right? About how when your body's identified, like say something happened, your body is identified by your bones, right? It's identified by your eye sockets, your teeth, things like that. You know, you're Asian because Asians used to have a tendency of eating more rice, right? So your teeth are filed down a certain way. And now, based on how moved around we are, you still can't really tell someone's race based on that. And then even when they fill out the paperwork, they don't even put race. So we don't own like we look at all these people, and when they get put down to like your bones in your body, and they need to identify you, they don't even put a race. They put what you think that they think you might be of African descent, maybe, possibly, like that. But we make everything out to be a black and white issue, make everything out to be about race. And I'm gonna be real, in a couple of years, as much as we like to do with every other race, there's everybody gonna be a little bit of everything.
We're gonna look like them people from the future.
Because when I pop on with my white husband, I don't want nobody to say nothing.
Ain't nobody gonna tell you nothing. I mean, you see it so much now. Is pretty much normalized. I mean, I'm from like my name. I'm from California, so I've always seen it. Like, and it was always a lot of mixed couples, like Hispanic and black, Asian and black, white and black and Hispanic, Asian and Hispanic. All it just mixed everything. So, and to me, I feel like everybody now, when I go back and I visit, everybody just look like either really dark skinned Hispanics or really light skinned Hispanics. Like they done mixed up so much out there.
Cause okay, so Hispanics not a race. Because my kids are Hispanic. You know, Tikwa kids are Hispanic. We got the same baby daddy. Our kids are Hispanic, so Hispanic's not a race.
And they look like my cousin.
Dude is very much so black. Exactly.
I mean,
and they got my help and his help. He went us.
I used to crack jokes all the time and tell people that I was Blasian, and they really believed me because of my eyes. But I was like, no, I'm not. I'm black. My mom and dad's black. Actually, somebody asked me if I was Honduran the other day. But nope, black.
I can see that. I can see that.
I get a lot of different stuff, honestly.
But y'all, because I don't want to end as abruptly as I'm about to, but I keep going.
Right, and you kind of freezing up a little.
Episode like I want to.
we're gonna have to spark this one back up with
So
some
I
more
think I'm
with some technical fixes.
Yeah, next time, y'all, I promise y'all it's gonna be way better. And I think it's weird. I haven't come on since August. I haven't done a show since August. And the first time I decide to do a show, it gives me technical problems, which is BS. But next time you come back, it's going to. If y'all know anybody that is not of African descent that want to come on the show and give their viewpoint on race and things like that, they can always email me. The email's on the screen. Email me. They can hit me up on IG. Y'all, stay tuned. I am working on my what am I working on? I'm working on my website, staylovepodcast.com. It's coming soon. I am working on a book. Y'all gonna love it. Y'all will absolutely love the book. If y'all ever want to just submit something to write to post on the website, I will be posting your viewpoints, your writings. I want to start a dialogue and not just my viewpoint and not just my thoughts, but your so reach out to me. Stay Love Podcast at gmail.com. I stay love _podcast. I'm not on Facebook right now. I am on Twitter, Stay Love Podcast. Like, hit me up. I'm here. I want to hear your voice. How you feel matter. Black Lives Matter. Black Lives Matter too. Not all of them. You know, people of color, we matter. So hit me up, and I have to. A special thank you to Callie. And Callie has to give words of wisdom. You know how we like to do.
Oh man. The words of wisdom, usually I have something that's like all philosophical and profound, but I'm not even gonna go all that deep. It's just something that I'm kind of learning right now and figuring out myself, but don't sell yourself short. And it's not a race. That's it. Don't sell yourself short, and it's not a race. The only competition is yourself. Deep. No, it ain't. That's simple. It's something that I should have been realized. It's just that simple. That was legit.
So, yo, catch me next month. It was deep. I'm trying to debate. I might do a new episode on the 25th. I might do this episode again on the 25th. Because
tell them to leave.
I did not give y'all a great episode.
When y'all want the next episode, tell them to leave it in the comments. Drop that right now. When the next episode coming out, suggestion box.
Yeah, leave in the comments when y'all want the next episode. I'm going whenever y'all want. Let me know when y'all want the next episode. And hell, that's what I'm gonna do. And you're right. And whatever you want us to talk about.
They're gonna say tomorrow when you gotta do
and that's what we're gonna do. That's a good idea. If they say tomorrow, look, if enough people say tomorrow, we'll make it happen. But you probably still have technical difficulties, and then that's still gonna be acting crazy.
I'm about to drop this in all of my groups. Oh, let me shout out my Twitch. You guys can also follow me on Twitch at the letter K, Hollow HOLLOW 2021. I did that wrong. I was 21, yeah. But I'll be on Twitch. I normally stream on the weekends. I always take suggestions on different games and all of that. And we just be in there running it, talking about philosophies and all that, whatnot. Y'all can check me out there.
All right, somebody said the 20th. Look, Brendan, you can't. Who is Brendan?
Brenda? Oh, I think I know who that is. What do you say?
That's one of your people?
Oh, God. Yeah.
The 20th.
You know, he trying to switch it up to some tomorrow. Yeah. Oh man, I didn't have.
So be the 20th. I'll agree do this one on the 20th. I'm down with that one.
What they say every Wednesday.
I'm gonna do every Wednesday. I'll come back to every Wednesday. but we'll redo this one. We'll replay Black and White on Friday. You go with that, Callie?
Friday?
Because I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure
that should be
Brittany know
good.
people anyway. Yeah.
Yeah.
Who is he, black or white? Brendan, you black or white?
He black. He black. Hey, don't be acting up in them comments, bro. I know where you stay.
Callie got a whole bunch of white friends. Tell one of your white friends they're coming on the show on Friday.
I could tell when to come on. I don't have a whole bunch now. I got 3.
But they don't seem
I
like they
got
ever
3.
been in a black space. I
Huh?
need one that's been in
What?
a black space before. One
Oh
that's
man,
been
see now they really
in a
gotta
black
come
space.
on. They definitely gotta come on. Hey, Brendan, you better tell them. You better tell them how my boys running through
Thank
the projects with me.
and tonight. Thank y'all for tonight. We will be back on Friday night at 7:00. So redo this, and we're gonna actually have somebody that's not black on the show, so we can see what they have to say. It'll be very interesting because it should be real. So tune in Friday at 7 so we can run it with y'all, and we will not have technical difficulties. And Keenan and Swerve and Toya for always supporting, always being up in here. I appreciate y'all in the comments and being in here supporting. Thank you, Brendan. I don't know who you are, but shout out to you as well. And good night, y'all.
Oh. I'm sorry. Hey.